Now we have video proof of every man in the men's movement, and I'm gonna get close-ups of all you motherfuckers.
What I'm gonna get into reminds me of how BIGJXXX will make reference to a lady named Diana Davidson. Now, sometimes I feel Big J be using her to agitate the fake Black Power people or the Manosphere type folks. At other times, he's just using her as an example of what action looks like to him. Diana is MGTOW, and for years Big J will bring her up every now and again. And not every time, but every other time I hear him use her as a citation for what action looks like, I'll see somebody either in his chat room or in his comment section saying, "But she white though. Why you propping up a Becky?" You know, stuff like that. Now, one of the things that Diana does is she helps to get black men out of jail. Men who have been jailed on fake charges like rape. She works on stuff like that. So when I hear, "But she white though," that sounds like to me like they prefer that the dudes stay in jail unless a black person comes to get them out.
Hey everyone, I'm Diana Davidson, advocate for the falsely accused and wrongfully convicted. I'm just doing a brief update right now on one of the things I was talking about in a number of videos in the past, new rules of evidence in sexual assault trials that were passed in Canada that basically make it impossible for innocent people to prove that they're innocent, because, and we do have to prove innocence now in these trials. But what I want to talk about today is an exciting verdict that came from this little province called Saskatchewan in Canada, where this one judge has stood up and said, this should not be happening. And so he's ruled in favor of the accused person who challenged the new rules constitutionally. And the judge didn't just agree, he vehemently agreed. He was like going, Crown's arguments don't hold any weight, and well, we value, the needs of victims who are participating in the court system. We cannot undermine the rights of the accused and fair trials. I just wanted to share the good news, because it's so hard to get good news right now in terms of advocating for people in these circumstances, especially the wrongfully convicted.
Now, something that's going to disturb a few of the many ignorant on here. Listen, a person don't gotta be black in order to be pro-black. Disturbed by that, some of you will be, I'm sure. To think a person gotta be black to be pro-black tells me not only that you're dumb, but you have little to no understanding of what we face here in America, and you have no clue as to what being pro-black even means.
So in cases where, black families are split up more often statistically, this would have more to do with black men than white men. This isn't even a white issue if you want to look at statistics. Same with white men being imprisoned. Black people are imprisoned more often in America than white people. In these cases, I think that it's more important to hear what black MGTOW has to say than what white MGTOW has to say. Like, BIGJXXX.
Here's what I said to him that snapped him out. I said, dude, his mantra centers around what he likes to refer to as black female fuckery. BFF. Black female fuckery. And what I told him is simply this. I said, Obsidian, on your channel, you're free to talk about anything and everything you want to. You're free to talk about anything and everything you want to. But the problem I have with you is you want damn near every other black man on YouTube to emphasize the same issues that you're emphasizing. You want every other black man to emphasize black female fuckery. It ain't just, you're not just satisfied with talking about black female fuckery on your own channel. You want literally every black man you know on YouTube to spend a considerable amount of time on their respective channels talking about black female fuckery. And I said, I for one refuse to do that. I said, that's your shit. That's not my shit. That's your mantra. That's not my mantra. Man, me describing it verbally ain't gonna do it justice. Man, he literally lost his shit.
Stop! Stop! Obsidian! Stop! Obsidian!
That's your mantra,
motherfucker! ARC! Yo! Stop! Yo!
Stop! Yo! What?
Yo, hold it down. Yo, Obsidian.
For black women.
Obsidian.
I ain't making excuses for black women.
Come on, man.
I ain't making excuses. There ain't one excuse I made for black women.
Right now.
There ain't one excuse I made for black women.
Yo.
There ain't one excuse I made for black women.
You're doing it.
Welcome, brothers. It's occurred to me recently that the only men who can truly claim to be men's rights activists or advocates are fathers' rights campaign groups like Fathers for Justice, which was created here in the UK. Fathers for Justice have taken their rhetoric onto the streets and have done excellent work in bringing fathers' rights issues to the top of the social agenda. The rest of the so-called movement really is just a whine fest for every kind of sexually unfulfilled loser to sing the can't get laid blues. The overarching theme in most men's rights websites and YouTube channels purporting to advocate for men's rights is that if only women stopped choosing thugs, bad boys, losers, deadbeats and so on, and instead picked 9-to-5 wage slaves whose only outstanding quality is their mind-numbing averageness.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist for any of you Negroes to figure out that there is a right way and a wrong way in doing things. Now, I'm going to put a video, after I'm done speaking, video will be played. But first, let me say this too. See, the problem with you Negroes, like you AJ Seen Red, Minister Jack, and some of you Negroes like Reg the Bad Guy. Is a lot of y'all don't know how to have a conversation. Y'all don't know how to talk to women. But then y'all sit there and want everybody to kiss your ass. There's always going to be a wrong way and a right way. See, the problem with you is that y'all don't understand that you ain't harming women. You ain't bringing the black community together. No. What y'all doing, instead of helping other black men, instead of helping black boys, y'all making the next generation as miserable as you. Y'all ain't helping nobody else but making everybody else who's younger than y'all to be miserable as y'all. You Negroes are 30 years old, 35, 40, 50 years old, up to y'all mid-60s, and yes, BIGJXXX talking about you. Y'all sit there and actually be childish, make childish claims as if you still in grade school. But you want respect from the world. You want the world to honor you because you are supposed to be the representation of the first man. Now, I'm not one of these pro-black, back to Africa's red ball, green balls types, but one thing I got to say is this. You are in no way, if we are the first man, therefore I got to say, y'all represent the first fools. Y'all are the first fools who goes around on YouTube believing that because you got two berries and a twig between your legs, you think though your word means something. Some of y'all are sitting on a roll of duct tape pretending to be a chair. Some of y'all have a bed, have two mattresses on the floor and say, well, that's my bed. Some of y'all are out here drawing comic books and act like though you're passing up literature. Some of y'all are out here quoting the Bible and can't even comprehend the simple English language. Y'all come on here and act like that the white man is under your foot. As soon as a white man speaks, you cower in fear. But then y'all got the audacity to go to women, harass women. You're out there harassing women, brutalizing women, using Google apps to stalk women. Using CPS, using the government child protective service to harass a woman. Then y'all want to use animal control to harass another woman. But y'all are so scared about Cynthia G. Y'all want to talk about how Cynthia and how Nyla says and Black Manosphere, their words hurt your feelings. Well, let me ask you a question, Negroes. Let's ask this question. Has Cynthia, Nyla, Black Manosphere, have they sent somebody into the hospital? Did any of their words, or their deeds rather, sexually abuse a person? The answer is no. But y'all have these stupid ass petitions. These dumb, idiotic petitions to get rid of somebody because they're saying their freedom of speech, while you Negroes, there is a right way and a wrong way. While you Negroes will sit on your tail feathers and talk about, or should I say be silent, or be complicit when you have a grown man sexually assaulting a girl under the age of 13. You got another man, another YouTuber who pimped out a 14-year-old girl, impregnated a 14-year-old girl, and hiding his black ass in Canada. You have another one, another big old dumb ape of a Negro who sit there and actually push his own grandmother on a YouTube live stream. And all what I can say right now, ladies and gentlemen, it can be proven with the links provided in the description box. Everything I said can be proven. And then y'all gonna hire this white dude. Y'all seeked out this red guardian, this guardian angels Negro, this guardian angel white boy to use government, use the system. To use the system to harass and demean a pregnant woman. Just for you clicks and views. While at the same time, you Negroes gather around yourselves with this white dude. And no, I'm not trying to racialize this. The only reason I'm saying the word white is to identify who I'm referring to. Who I am referring to. Called using Google Maps to find out locations of so-and-so's last video. And then you got this other Negro who felt the need to go from Michigan all down to California. Oh yes. We gonna talk about the other Negro. You got this other Negro who went from Michigan all the way to California to stalk and harass a daughter of a female YouTuber. He used to hang around with you Negroes in the Black Manosphere, in the SYSBM community. But yet y'all get mad at Cynthia for saying she don't want no black men, boy babies being born. Because you know why? Because Negroes like y'all roll out red carpet treatments for individuals like that. And let's also talk about another thing. Y'all also got another Negro who's in this SBM, sexual SBM stuff. He went too much overboard. But yet though he can be on YouTube all day and night complaining about fat women while he buying stoves for different area codes. But yet you think that I'm supposed to sit there and fight Cynthia for your ass. You think I'm supposed to fight Nyla for y'all. You supposed to think I'm supposed to stab Black Manosphere in the back. Fuck that shit. Nah, for that shit, where you Negroes will sit there and parade these clowns on YouTube who done evil shit. And when somebody actually addressed it to y'all, y'all want to look the other way. Nah, I didn't know what it is. Yo, no, you know what exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You Negroes are the sons of Lee Atwater. Butt dancing and shoe shining. Y'all out here quoting Tommy Sotomayor when y'all don't even know how to do statistics. Don't even read the fine print in every statistic data that comes rolling out in every newspaper, every magazine, and every journal. Yet though you want to talk about how talking about hair weave is supposed to solve the problem. No, it doesn't solve a goddamn thing. Doesn't solve shit. But you know what? Let's play the video.
Yeah, and fuck these bitches. I swear I care about everything but these bitches.
Well, I showed my true misogynist colors again today. I was going into McDonald's and I got to the door right before an elderly woman got to the door. And not only did I open it, I stood back and let her walk out first. You know, it's one thing to watch society fall apart around you, but it's another thing to take an active hand in it. Why? Why did I have to take away that woman's power? I know what you're going to say, but Sparky, that was just the courteous thing to do. No, it was sexist and ageist. Do you not listen to feminists? And I am a disgusting human being because of it.
Hey everyone, so this week we're talking about women in protest.
Oh, more me.
And I think I want to talk about sort of two separate things. There's women in protests that are outside of feminism, and there are women in feminist protests. And so I think my main point about women in protest outside of feminism is that they tend to be ignored and disregarded and sort of othered especially by men within the protest.
Oh shit, this Sparky a curveball there. You normally like to wait to the middle of your video to start making shit up. But I do like to change the pace. Continue.
Or the movement. And I think it makes it sort of very difficult for women to feel like they're actually making a difference in protests and stuff when it's kind of, they're so sort of shoved to one side a lot. I think that women in protest tend to be really easy to ignore, unless it is specifically a protest for women, because men are the sort of invisible standard, and so when you see a protest, you don't sort of see the women in it, you kind of just see protest.
You got examples to back up what you're saying? Because I can think of a few examples to counter it. Oh, look at these poor unseeing women. Nobody cares what they have to say. Want some more? Yet more women that can't be seen. I got some more. You know what? I'm kind of glad you were so wrong about this. So you said women are ignored unless the protest is for women's issues. Can you say thoroughly refute it?
Which means that a lot of women's issues within protests kind of get really ignored.
I'm sorry, what women's issues could there be in a God Hates Fags protest?
Like the fact.
Do you even know what a fact is?
That women in protests are especially at risk from sort of sexual violence from targeted from the police or from people within the movement.
Oh, I thought we were past this whole making shit up section of the video.
And people don't really sort of consider this as an issue of protest, where it is one that needs to be addressed.
No, what needs to be addressed is that nothing you've said can be demonstrated to be true. I mean, if you care about this sort of thing. Yeah, right.
Women in protest that are specifically feminist sort of tend to get othered and to be shown as, sort of not like these most.
You think that might have anything to do with the fact that you're not like most women? I mean, I know a few women, and none of them think that every aspect of life is designed to hold them down.
Women, they're different, they're seen as sort of manly or scary or over the top or irrelevant even.
Yeah, that last one fits perfectly.
Called things like feminazis and all sorts of awful things. I think the treatment and sort of the disregarding of women who take part in protests.
That is something that only happens inside your head.
Is sort of all due to the fact that anger and protest and violence is all sort of seen as these very masculine traits.
I'll give you violence as seen as a male trait because, again, having more muscles, their violence is going to be more effective. As far as anger and protest, saying, I don't like this, I don't know of a place in the world where these are exclusively considered male traits.
And women's anger is pathologized. We've seen this throughout history. For example, the phenomenon that was hysteria, which suggested that women's wounds were making them crazy, and so people would get hysterectomies in order to cure their madness.
What does that have to do with what you just said?
And, you know, to this very day, where people will dismiss a woman for being angry, and just say, oh, she's just wrong time of the month, she's just on a period. And it's one of the most frustrating things anyone can say.
Is it that time of the month for you?
And I think one of the key challenges given to members of all liberation movements is to reclaim this right to anger.
How do you take a right to an emotion? Can you please enlighten me?
I think that women are sort of seen as naturally more passive and weak, but if we look at protests that have been going on all over the world, women have been at the forefront fucking shit up.
Okay, I have no clue what protests you're talking about because all the links in your video are to you and your friends. But maybe you can answer this question. What is fucking shit up actually accomplishing?
I think we need to really tackle how women's anger is viewed.
So you want to control how other people interpret your actions?
Because when women are angry, women are powerful.
I don't know why you hate reality so bad, but nobody's emotions have ever led to power. Sparky Fist around.
I play that video for a reason. You know why I play that video? I play that video of what is to demonstrate, rather, what's the right way in debating, the right way to have conversations. That was a black man from America. That was a black woman from the UK going at one another in a back and forth on videos. But not once you hear Sparky Fister talk about that woman's hair weave. He didn't talk about her hair. He didn't sit there and talk about her in sexual manner as being a sexual predator to her. Not once you see Sparky sit there and talk to her in such a way that removes her humanity. See, y'all don't understand that, do y'all? Not once he called her out of her name. He didn't call her no B word. He didn't call her an H word. He didn't call her an S word. He didn't call her no strag. He didn't call her dot. He didn't call her, the THOT. He didn't call her none of that. He just demonstrated his point. He just demonstrated his position against what his opponent was saying. That's why he said at the beginning of the video, my video is not there to bully no one, but to address what was said. Y'all, on the other hand, y'all go too far. That's why y'all will never get any respect. Y'all will never get respect from women at all. The only women who comes on y'all's channel are these women who either have done something to men because they can't hang around with other women. That's a fact. And especially on you, Reg, the bad guy. That's why that one woman who's on your channel, she can only hang on your channel because though she knows how to fuck two men over, and yet though you want to complain about feminism. Sit your ass down. You better sit down with that. See, the thing is, your daddy didn't taught you how to talk to women. While you're out here, while all you Negroes are acting juvenile. That tells me something wrong in your upbringing. Somebody didn't tell y'all how to treat people. I don't know who didn't taught y'all. I don't know if your daddy, your mama, or the pastor in your church, the church, or the pastor in the church, or your coach at the schoolhouse. I don't care. But there's a part of your upbringing that's been missing. And I can see that from you 60, 50, 40, and 35 up Negroes. Y'all supposed to put y'all childish shit away. There's a right way and a wrong way to do things, Minister Jack. There's a right way and wrong thing to do, angry man. There's a right way and a wrong thing to do, Sidian. There's a right way and a wrong thing to do, Reg the bad guy. There's a right way and wrong way to do then. What's that other guy's name? I forgot his name. What's his name? What is that other guy's name? The one though who can't read. What's homeboy who can't read? I'm trying to remember his name now. The one from St. Louis. You niggas can't read, but yet you will spend day after day on YouTube. You can't read for a fuck, yet you on YouTube harassing somebody. And we supposed to respect that shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Now, I ain't just talking about them. I'm talking about y'all, the fans of these individuals. Y'all can't even have a conversation right. But then, though, you want to make demands that people go out on YouTube and give you the utmost respect. Get the hell out of here. You're living on, you laying down on a mattress on a bed. But yet you worry about what's on top of a woman's head. Negro, if you are living on if you're living on an air mattress, if you're on a mattress, no bed frame, a mattress, how the fuck are you gonna talk about what's on top of a woman's head? Why are you worried about weave when you're laying down? When you're laying down on a mattress on the floor. How the hell, man, you won't worry about what a woman is doing when you're a wino begging for beer, sitting on duct tape on a chair that is made out of duct tape? How can y'all talk about any woman? Anybody for that matter? When you can't even function as a normal human being. You can't even have y'all have these reading comprehension problems. You got these reading comprehension problems. But then y'all want to worry about what's a woman's body count. Y'all out here having pornographic, y'all out here making porno videos. Some of y'all having these porno videos. But then have the gall to talk about you want Sharia law to put black women in check. Y'all, each and every one of you, each of you and every one of you are getting in the way. This is not about pandering to women, jackass. This is about the next generation. You're teaching the next generation to just be lame and sorry and sad and miserable like y'all with no character, no integrity, and no fucking honor. That's what y'all lack. See you in the next video.
Now, Big J, these dudes you've been talking to for years, the O'Shea, Obsidian, Angry Man crowd. The comment I put on your board, I suggested to you that you stop looking up to them. And you'll reject the idea that you look up to them, but I know better. Yes, you do. You just don't like their approach and focus. They have money and other personal interest in this thing. You're wasting your time thinking that they'll change, especially thinking that they'll stop their income for the sake of what you see as good. You said that you were going to wage war against them. Okay.
Now you can sit the fuck down. You're dismissed. Reg, ever the fucking coward, lacking integrity. You're a non-fucking factor. But I entertain you because unlike your boyfriend rude simp, a coward like yourself can actually be talked to. Let me give you some pointers. First thing you can do is stop adding everyone's name to your fucking video titles. It doesn't help you. In fact, it only makes you look desperate and weak. Secondly, when you put someone's name in the video title and they show up, when you boot them off, it only makes you look like every bit of the bitch that your boyfriend rude simp is. Third, you don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to talking about integrity. It works like this. If you want to change the narrative, you have to create the narrative. You want black women to be empathetic to your experience. Then because you have a Y fucking chromosome, you have to display the very thing you are demanding from your women. The first hangout I did with Cynthia G, I was asked, what can women do for black men? My response was, you can start at empathy. However, how are you going to demand empathy from your women while still throwing them under the fucking bus? It is counterproductive. You say you want to lead. Well, show that you're a leader. If you are a leader, if most of you soy boys weren't so scared of your imami and actually had the capacity to carry on a productive conversation, you too can voice your opinions to her personally. But because you have had your head stuck up your fucking asses and whine like bitches about what women are saying, you lack the mental capacity and intellect to be introspective. You niggas have a welfare state of mind. You want women to kiss your ass and baby and coddle you. And you want respect that you haven't fucking earned, but want to shit on them even when they try to understand you, simply due to what other women are saying. But if you notice, when Amiri, Valdez, myself, or any other men appear on Cynthia's channel, you don't see her calling us beta male coons, do you? If you are triggered by the word dusty beta male coon, it is a good chance that you are one. However, how many of you really want to have that conversation? Because from what I've seen, all of you shown is a bunch of feminine bitch-made behavior, undeserved sense of entitlement, wanting to launch spears from digital distance. You want shit to change? How is that going to happen if you've never had the fucking conversation? I told you fuck niggas already. I don't know what women want, but I do know what they don't want. And they definitely don't want a nigga whose pussy bleeds more than theirs. And Rude Simp and Reg, the gopher face guy, you niggas bleed too much to even have that fucking conversation. Go deal with your menstruation, nigga. The problem with a lot of you niggas is you get so caught up in what women are saying and not focused enough on what you can be doing. How dare any nigga say BGS is destroying the Ipmore brand when Ipmore stands for introspective black men of reform with an emphasis on introspection introspection and reform. Two of the core components of raw, classical masculinity and stoicism. Black women didn't destroy shit. The only way you can make that claim is if you're giving an open admission that this entire time you've been doing nothing. And the only way women can destroy a community is if men do nothing, which still makes us accountable due to our own inaction. But look at what you fuck niggas are doing. You're actively trying to bring down other black men's platforms, putting their business out in the open like ratchet bitches. Black women are not the biggest threat to black male media. You bitch ass niggas are. Hell, I have to say even BIGJXXX is a higher ranking male than you niggas. He may have a feminist moderator, sure, but at least he's never done no bullshit like that. And at least he'll actually go back to the drawing board and do more research, which makes him stronger than you. Yes, BIGJXXX is better than you niggas. Hell, I can even at least say he has the introspection and reform down, and it's bitch ass niggas like you won't even do that, because like the weak, tender dick, mildewed, pond scum you are, you niggas are derelict in your masculinity.